Hello everybody. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, my friends. Today we're going to be talking about two figures that I've been highly anticipating. Big fan of the 1996 movie of the same name, but this is Super7's figures of Mars Attacks. These are the only two they've released so far. We got the regular Martian guy over here, and then over here we got one that's pretty banged up. I'm not sure he's surviving, but both look really cool. And as you can see, these are based off of not the 1996 movie necessarily, but the actual card game. As you can see, it's numbered 50, Smashing the Enemies, what this card was called. And this one over here was called number 1, The Invasion Begins. Now, another cool thing to point out too with the box work here is you can see both of them, but you see how this one has like the shattered glass, almost like the busted helmet of the, I think that's what they were going for, like the busted helmet of the Martian when they get beat up. This one doesn't have it, but that's pretty cool little touch there. I like how they did the box art there. But you look on the back here, and you see the Martian artwork, and then this is like the original card. And these came out in like 1961, I think, early 1960s. They had a card game with Mars Attacks, and as you can see up here, it's Topps trading cards. So there you go. Just a little history lesson there, and then it has the number 50 card here. As I said, they show the picture of it, and then they have the description of what the card is, and just talking about the humans versus the Martians. I'm not going to read all that, but still really cool that they added on there. Definitely a reason. It says collect them all down here. Definitely a reason to keep these boxes. So even if you're going to take them out of the box and you're not a box collector, I still think they're really cool. And then we'll go back over here and look at this guy. Again, regular Martian going on. Same artwork on the back, but you do got the number 1, The Invasion Begins card, which is basically the Martians heading off to conquer the Earth there. And then here you go again, another description of what the card is. Number 1 and number 50 we got here. So very cool that they added on there. Definitely a good reason for box collectors to keep these boxes just because of that. I would love to get my hands on some of those old Topps, 1960s Topps trading cards. I'm sure maybe they've reproduced them or something, but either way, it'd be cool to find them. But anyways, let's get into these figures and see what they're all about. Alright, so we're going to start with the regular Martian figure, the Invasion Begins, number 1 card figure here. Let's zoom in a little bit, get a closer look at this guy. Now, I will say his little helmet here, the nice little reflection, I think it looks nice. But when I did get him out of the box, it popped off quite easily. But I was able to, you kind of just got to put it back on there and I guess roll it on to get it to fit just right with the outfit there. And it stays on okay. But I would say if he falls over or you hang him upside down, I don't know, there's a chance that might pop off. I think the helmet will come off pretty easily. And it feels like it's kind of made, like the plastic, I'm not going to say it's real cheap, but it almost reminds me of those old little toys, the little things that held those little toys out of like the quarter machines at like a store or something. You put a quarter in, you get like a bouncy ball, the little container they came in. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't even know if they have those anymore. But you know what I'm talking about. They used to have like the gumball machine, and then they'd have like the little toy machine. You'd get bouncy balls or whatever out of there. Anyways, enough about that. I did want to put this photo in so you guys can see the card, and we can compare with the actual figure and the differences. Now, judging off the card, you see like their head has that kind of like brain matter design or whatever. They got the brain on the outside. As you look in the picture here, it's almost like it shading's darker when it gets up to the brain. Now that might just be the picture, but I feel like that's about correct with these guys. This one you can see the face is almost right on, but when you get up to the upper head there, it gets lighter, not darker. They needed to probably put a little bit of shading in there. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. I feel like they needed a little bit more darker with the upper head part right there. But I mean, overall, it doesn't look bad. I just feel like they could have probably a little shaded a little bit darker than the actual face, like the face part. Like the head should have been. It looked almost like brownish in the picture over there. A little bit more shading there. Other than that, it looks nice. The actual outfit, if you look at the card, it looks more greener, like the main part of the little astronaut suit here. and it's more like a, to me, maybe it's my eyesight. The outfit on the actual figure looks a little bit more bluish green, slightly different than the card, but it looks almost right on to how they're portrayed on the '96 movie. So I think that's pretty good. And then you got the red oxygen type tank, whatever they have in there that they breathe. In that tank right there, you got the blue tubes connecting to the outfit. You got the little breathing silver section right there. Now, there was the piece that was just hanging here. I don't know if you guys seen that or not, but it connects to the holster. I have the gun in there, but it's not actually connected. So I did kind of put that. We'll look at that closer with the gun holster and how that connects in there. But overall, you got the greenish yellow gloves and boots. So, you know, as far as aesthetically, they look pretty decent. They look good. Like I said, other than the head needing to be a little bit more shaded, I think this looks pretty right on. So we'll take him off there. We'll pop this off. Get a closer look at his head here. They got them beady red eyes. The nose looks pretty decent. Like, it almost looks like one nostril's bigger than the other, but I think it's okay. I think it's about right. It looks all right in the video. It looks a little off to me, but it could just be my eyes. The jaw, as you can see, it looks like he's got an overbite or something going on. And I was thinking, well, maybe he has some type of articulation with the jaw. Now you pull down. Now you can see there is articulation there. Slight articulation. You can't do much, like, as far as you move the head. You can move the jaw down, like I said. So you can open his mouth a little bit. So there is that articulation there. And they go, meh, meh, meh. I don't know how they talk. That was terrible. But there is articulation with the jaw. As far as the head goes, you can rock it a little bit, but I mean, you can only look down about that much. There's not a whole lot of give. You can turn it side to side a little bit. Some little sinister looks there. I do like that they have the articulation with the jaw, but it is kind of difficult to get that jaw down for some reason. Like, I think it's just because this part's in the way. But yes, I just feel like his jaw needs, when he has it down like that, it almost looks like he has like an overbite or something. But yeah, so articulation of the jaw looks nice. Not much going on where you can move the head, like I said, a little side to the side and around. You can exorcist it too, all the way around if you wanted to. Now I didn't heat him up, so it could be a little rough, but you see he's up here in the shoulder, he's got the flap. So that's good. And then you got articulation here, which like I said, I'm a little worried. There we go. I don't want how tight it's going to be with not warming them up. I'm always weird about these Super 7 figures, at least with the G.I. Joes, because I had some issues with them. And now you see there is with the wrist too, but the wrist doesn't want to give. But it feels like the articulation, everything's there with the arms. You're going to be able to do everything. You got the, like I said, you got the flap going on there. You got the elbow. I can't do it. I'd have to listen. It's been a while since I watched the movie to get the voice down. But that's all there. We got the knees. So the leg can go back about that far. There is articulation in the foot. Seems like it's good. There you go with that. I don't know why the wrist feels like it should. I don't know. I'm having issues with the wrist wanting to do much. But it's there. It's just not working for me. But anyways, the legs, splits are pretty good. You kick pretty decently. So there you go. All that articulation seems pretty good with these guys. I mean, watching the movie and stuff, I mean, they're not like gymnasts or anything. They're not doing gymnastics, but they're not like karate kicking or anything. They kind of just run around with gun zappers and do sinister shit like that. So I think as far as that goes, you're going to be able to get them in the poses with his weapons and have them running around or defiantly waving their fists at humankind. But yeah, so the articulation isn't bad. We'll set him over here and get a look at, see if we can lean him up. He'll stay right there. Okay. We'll put him right there and we'll get a closer look at his, well, actually, before I forget, like I said, I got his little blaster gun. Now it does have a like a little hole right there, which is where this piece connects or should connect. I think that's what's the point of this is. It doesn't want to go in too easily. There we go. Good enough. We got it in there. It didn't want to go in, but you got the little blaster gun. They did pretty good on that. Looks nice. I like the design and everything of it. Looks cool. We're just going to kind of put that in his holster there. But I just wanted to show that real quick, and then we'll look at his other gun here. He's got the bigger blaster gun. It does have like a where you can, I guess, cock it there, I guess is the term here. So that's cool that they gave that little give right there with that. But not a whole lot to them. It's just they just blew. I don't know what kind of this would represent in a human gun. I don't know what kind of like automatic little thing, but I'm pretty sure all these little blasters, whatever the hell they use. But pretty cool. Almost like a shotgun maybe. I don't know. But anyways, looks nice. It's not bad. The weapons look pretty decent. Other than that, we got some extra sets of hands. I mean, that's pretty much it for the accessories. We got, we'll go over the hands real quick, but there's not much that comes with these guys. But you got the open palm hands right here. Again, you got the fingertips and like coming through the gloves or whatnot. Or maybe that is part of the glove. I'm not even sure. But either way, it looks nice. So they did good with that. So you got the open hands there. You got two, sorry for the blurriness there. You got two grab hands here. Not much else to them. And then you got some trigger hands, as you can see here, so you can hold the gun. So you got that. And then he comes with this single gun, this single hand where he's just pointing. Maybe he's pointing up to the sky or he's pointing at somebody. But they just gave you one of those. So that's it, man. That is it for this guy right here. I think they did a good job with this one. We're about to look at the other one here in a second, the other release with these guys. But overall, like, the articulation's decent. I don't know. I don't think I did his measurement. I got a little tape measure here. And you can see with his arm sticking up there, he's almost 7 inches. But I think they're supposed to be 7-inch figures. They're about, up to his head's probably about 6.5 inches. You put the helmet on him, you know, maybe he'll get closer to that 7-inch mark that they were going for. But I would say this guy, I mean, pretty much all Super 7 releases seems like they're about $55. This is how much this guy cost me. Like I said, I ordered these from Amazon. And, yeah, I think the overall price, oh, man, I feel like, alrighty, so I'm back. Had a little disruption there for a minute. But we're good. Anyways, what I was going to say, overall with this figure, my thought on it, other than, really, it looks like they just need to do a little bit more shading around the brain area, and it would have been about perfect as far as going off the original artwork. There may be a slight color variation difference with what the original artwork was, and like the green and the yellow, but no big deal there. It looks decent. Yeah, nothing really to say other than needing to put a little bit of shading around the brain part. The articulation's decent. The accessories, there's not a whole lot of accessories, and that's another thing. Like, I feel like they could have gave us an extra head or something else. I don't know. Like, I feel like we could have gotten more accessories. I mean, 2 guns, and then what do we have? 3 extra sets of hands, and then 1 pointy finger. These guys are costing what Super 7 normally releases these guys at, about $55 a piece. New releases, always like that. I don't know if I'm going to buy more of this guy until he drops. Maybe if he drops down in price and they have him for like $30, $35, I'll pick up a couple more. But I don't know, $55, $55 USD. I don't know what it is, you know, where everybody else is getting it, but that's how much I paid, American money. But yeah, I don't know. The price is just too much, I think, with Super 7. I think that's why a lot of people don't buy these guys right away. They want the prices to drop a little bit, because I think like 35 is a nice price range. You know, like the Turtles maybe 40, you know, but like these guys, like G.I. Joes and these guys, I would price them at about like $30, $35. I really love this because when was the last time you guys seen a Mars Attacks figure? Like the 90s, they had some that came out probably, and then this. Other than this one, there is another premium DNA. I pre-ordered theirs. They're coming out with a set, and I'll love to get those, and I'll compare them when I do. But I bought their set and a bunch of extras. But other than that, these companies recently, we haven't had a figure from these guys, so I was fine with paying the $55. I got it in hand. Do I think it's worth it for this figure? I still say, 30, $35 is a good range, but I'm glad I got this. I'm not bad. But anyways, we still got one more figure to check out with these guys. Should be a quick one, but let's take a look at him real quick. And here we got the other guy out of the box, smashing the enemy number 50 figure here. And damn, let's zoom in. This guy has had a rough go at life here. It looks like he got all messed up. He got a shattered helmet on. Half of his head's smashed in or missing. Chunks of brain hanging around. You got blood dripping down his face. The eye's missing out of the eye socket. He got some battle damage on the side. It looks like he got burned. Let's go. This looks pretty normal. He's got a bullet hole right there in his chest. And then down, I don't know if this, I'm thinking that's supposed to be like that. It looks like it's been burned. He's been burned. And you got like the marks on the body. Now let me zoom out real quick. Now let's get a little closer look at this guy. But this just slides right off. You got the busted helmet. You got this gory scene. Brain matter looking. Man, that's rough. That's gruesome, but that makes me love the figure even more because I'm into that horror look to it. Let's see what the jaw. Is the jaw gonna be moving? I'm sure. No, doesn't look like the jaw has any action there. I don't know if this guy's just supposed to be dead, laying there on on the field, or if he's still alive. I don't know what's going on with him. But you got the one eye, you got the socket missing eye right there. You got blood coming out there. You got blood around the teeth, missing teeth. Really cool. They did make this part different because it's silver on the other guy. I think that's where the oxygen or whatever gets into the helmet. It's like a black here. He's got his gun holster. It's totally ripped off and missing. It almost looks like this figure's like damaged. Like, I don't know if they just got this and like we're just gonna cut. He's missing his gun holster. It's not even there, and he's got these split thing. Like if I found this loose at a store or something, just laying there on a shelf, I'm like, damn, somebody broke this figure. But I think it was supposed to be that way. But you look down here, and I was even feeling this. I was like, is it supposed to be like you can see where it's like the burn damage? But it almost looks like it was a rubbed off right here. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or if that's just part of the damage of the figure. But you can feel that. So, I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyways, you got the bullet hole right here. You got blood coming down. I don't know how I feel about that. But like I said, you move this out of the way, you can see like the blackening on the outfit, like he's been set on fire or something happened. But I don't know if that almost looks like a rub mark. I don't know if that's battle damage or a defect in the figure. But interesting. Like I can't tell. It's so good. Maybe I can't tell if it's supposed to be like that. I think the hose is supposed to be cut, but that battle damage right there, maybe it got blown off right there, and that's the whole reason it's black. I mean, the black I think is supposed to be there on the upper leg and the lower torso there, but I don't know, scraped up looking. Cool nonetheless. I like it. I'm not going to do all the articulation because it's going to be the same. We'll see if we can get this wrist. Had problems with the wrist on the other ones. Yeah, see the wrist a little bit better here if we don't knock the camera over. But, yeah, so the wrist is a little looser on this guy. Just needed, probably just needs to be warmed up a little bit, loosen the joints a little bit. But, yeah, articulation is going to be the same. The guy's legs and arms feel looser. But that first figure, man, he was a little tight. But, yeah, it looks decent. Not really much else to say about him. About the same thing with the maybe they could have a little bit more shading in the upper part of the brain head there. but he's bashed in anyway, so I don't know if it even really matters. So let's take a look at his accessories. I'm not going to go through this again because he's got the same hands, other than he don't have a pointy hand. But he has the same gun trigger hands, the closed hands, and the open hands right here. And he does have that same gun here. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a shotgun, blaster, machine gun. I don't know what you'd call this thing, but he's got his little blaster. He don't have the small blaster, like you said. Like if his blaster's missing, it's been blown off or whatever. He's a corpse. We don't even know. But you got that gun right here. Now the difference is he does come with this dagger knife looking thing. That's different than the other figure. So it's cool that we got a different accessory. Not everything's the same. But yeah, pretty cool. Cool little dagger. I do like the little design they got going on in there. And then here's his, I guess you could make this his hand. This is his, instead of the pointy hand, we get a deformed, decapitated, mutilated hand right here. I guess this would be like it got blown off. Man, this guy just, we'll give him that hand right there. He's missing his blaster. Maybe he had his blaster out and he just got fucking, blown off. And that's what the end result is. Pretty gory looking. I like it. And then the last detail is we do got the eyeball. You got the little vein or whatever, the part connecting to the eye right there, just sticking out. Really cool. I don't know if you could just shove that back in there. Can we fit this back in there? So you could probably push it in a little bit more if you wanted to, but you'd have it just bulging out, and then it just, I don't know if we can knock it out. I don't know, man. He looks pretty sinister without the eyeball at all, but nonetheless, he's watching you, right? Cool stuff, man. I do like that they gave us the eyeball in there. The mutilated hand was a nice touch. And we're going to getting blurry here. But yeah, again, I'll have to say, what do I think of these figures? Let's put him over here. Lean him up against this box. Bring the other guy over here, which is Helmet. Like I said, you can just push it. It wants to pop off. There. Got the helmet on him. And like I said, these are a nice set, man. I do like them. I do enjoy it. I do like the battle damaged one here. The smash the enemy one looks really cool. Like I said, I don't think that jaw articulates. He's just, it looks like he has a broken jaw. He's missing teeth. He's all messed up, man. That's a really cool figure, though. Both these guys are $55 a piece. I got them from Amazon on pre-order. I'm sure they were probably on Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if you could order them straight from Super7. But they are still up on Amazon. I think they're actually listed still as pre-orders. I don't think you can just buy them straight up. But my honest opinion is I really wanted some Mars Attacks figures, so I'm okay spending $110 on these guys. But value-wise, I don't think they have enough accessories to justify $50 price tag. I would still stick around like $30, $35. I think are a nice price for these guys. Definitely $35. I mean, we could push it up to $40, but I think $55 is asking a little much. But the fact that they haven't had Mars Attacks figures in forever, these are, I guess, a niche thing. But I'm a big fan of the '96 movie. I don't know much about the trading cards, but I look forward to looking into those. I'd love to have them. Just a part of a collection or something, but I'm glad to have these figures finally. $55, not worth $55 in my opinion. I think their articulation, their aesthetics, everything's good, but I just think that price is too much for these guys. Even like the Turtles are a lot heavier plastic. They're a little bit bigger, bulkier than these guys are. I say the G.I. Joes and these Super7, like these size figures, like I said, I measure them. They're slightly under 7 inches, not exactly 7 inches, like 6.5 inches. I just don't think that it's worth the $55 price tag. I just can't agree with that. But overall, guys, I'm happy to get them. If you can wait and you're not wanting these guys right away, I think they'll probably drop in price. I don't know if they're how many they're going to make compared to like a line like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where they make a ton because there's a lot of people into that. Mars Attack's a little bit more niche. I don't think there's a big demand as much as for like the turtle figures. So stuff like this, I don't know. Maybe you have to get them. Maybe they won't make as many, so you might want to get them now and not wait for a price drop. But yeah, I would definitely say $35-$40 would be a good price tag for them. 40 maybe even push. I don't know. 35 is good. We'll say 35 is the good mark there. But as far as the accessories go, I do like the box artwork. I guess if they just made like plain boxes and didn't add this extra stuff, they can make it a little bit cheaper. But I know I do like the boxes. So anyways, guys, that's about it for these Mars Attacks figures. Now, like I said, Premium DNA also is coming out with their own. I think they're still up for pre-order. I don't know when they should be released soon. They said like I think third quarter maybe, so it should be coming up for the release. And I'll compare these guys with them when I get all those. I was thinking these guys were going to be better for some reason, but I don't know, man. You can't say Premium DNA did a bad job because they made those Battletoad figures. So we'll compare those. I'll compare them when I get them, and we'll see how those turn out. But I would say these guys are worth a buy. I just think it's a little expensive for what you're getting. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the review, and check back soon for more.